Yo, man. What's good, your team? It's your boy, McKinnon. I can't make a nappy here, boy, man. You know what's up, man? Stop playing, man. We got the Mavericks versus the Kings, bro. This was right here was a good game. At first, it was a good game, but then, you know what I'm saying, the Mavericks took over. And they were supposed to do because, you know, saying that Mavericks are the better team. You know, saying that the Mavericks should have been like the AC 7 seed, but injuries, same told Kyrie and all them, and Derek Lively, Anthony Davis the same way. Anthony Davis saying got traded that he was injured, he got re-injured. You know what I mean? But this team right here, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Mavericks. I think they gonna beat the Kings. I think for sure the Mavericks are gonna beat the Kings. I think they play tomorrow. I think for sure. You know what I'm saying? The Mavericks are going to beat the Kings. You know what I mean? Not the Kings, but beat the Grizzlies. Why? Because I feel like I think the Mavericks overall are a better team than the Grizzlies. But you never know. The Grizzlies might win. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, Mavericks versus OKC might be a little better. I don't really know, but yeah, let's go and get to this one right here though. But yeah, though, man, this was actually a pretty good game at first, and then later on, you know what I'm saying, Mavs took over. AD had a good game. Sabonis couldn't do nothing because he was guarded by, I think, AD and Lively and Gaffer, so you know what I'm saying. You know what
they beat the Warriors last year in the 9-10 game and then lost to New Orleans in the 8-9 game. First appearance in the play.
Klay Thompson off the downskin, read the curl, and a perfect delivery to Lively.
But you know what I'm saying, the Kings have nobody for real. They have really no point guard. There's no point guard. Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. This is just the Sacramento Bulls. This is the West version of the Bulls, of the Chicago Bulls. You know what I'm saying? In the offseason, if I was Sacramento, I might as well just go ahead and trade Sabonis. Trade Sabonis. There's no reason for Sabonis to even be there. Sabonis they only traded for Sabonis for Fox, but it didn't work out. If you trade Fox, you might as well just go ahead and trade Sabonis. Now, I mean, there's no reason for Sabonis to even be there.
Lively missed 34 games with an ankle injury.
14 feet of center, one behind, one in front. Anthony Davis makes a great play at the rim.
PJ Washington
to the cup.
That's his game. He loves that mid-range pull-up. You saw the space taken away by Sabonis, and then Sacramento early here.
1 point Sacramento lead, 2 minutes gone by. Davis working again on Sabonis. Tough shot, but he drops for AD.
Always around 50% from the field.
Washington the lob, and the missed dunk by Lively, but it ends up in the hands of Davis. Clean look, but it's no good. Washington inside with the slam.
Know what I mean?
Good.
See, the thing is, the Mavericks are stupid. They traded Luka to my Lakers. I appreciate y'all for trading Luka to my Lakers, but I'm saying, like, bro, if you look at the Mavericks team last year, that team was good, but it wasn't good enough to beat the Celtics or to win to beat or win the NBA Finals, win the championship. The team they had this year is way better than last year. They got rid of Josh Green. They got rid of Tim Hardaway Jr. They added Najee Marshall. They added Klay Thompson. They added Quentin Grimes. Those were the missing pieces. Those were the missing pieces they had right there. When Klay Thompson offensive power, Quentin Grimes can give you 30 on any night if he has it going. And now they traded Quentin Grimes for the twin, the Martin nigga, the twin that I think they used to play for the Heat. Like, what? They traded Luka away, and this was the team that could have went back to the NBA Finals and won it. I don't think anybody, if Luka was on the Mavs today, I don't think anybody in the West is going to beat the Mavs team. Because you have Luka, if Kyrie never got injured, you have Kyrie, you got PJ Washington. You know what I'm saying? You got probably Klay Thompson would probably be starting, or Najee Marshall with Lively. Then you got Gaffer off the bench. You know what I mean? You have Hardy, Gaffer off the bench. You have Najee, you can either have Najee Marshall or Klay off the bench. Najee Marshall, Quentin Grimes. You know what I mean? They had the pieces there. It was there. The lineup probably would have been Luka, Kyrie, PJ Washington, probably like Klay Thompson or Najee Marshall and like Derek Lively or something. They had the pieces. In the bench, you got Quentin Grimes off the bench. You know what I'm saying? With Clay or Najee Marshall. Now I mean Gafford, Hardy. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now.
Pass by Washington. Marshall, corner three is there. Not a great three-point shooter.
Marshall, good three.
This environment, they're going to allow a little bit more of that on the perimeter, so I was surprised by that call.
Levine's
Levine.
Well, we know this about Nico Harrison. He is fearless.
I don't know why the kids even traded for
obviously Maverick.
Levine for what? They didn't even need Levine for real.
DeRozan.
And that's an example of what I'm talking about. Now Gafford will get the main responsibility for blocking out Sabonis, and that's a lot of work.
First shot attempt for Trey Lyles. Exum got a little space that time for Exum. Missed 11 games with a hand injury and 48 with the wrist problem. Here's DeRozan for three.
Look at this nigga try to look for a foul. But then Mavs fan, like, on some real, you know what I'm saying, on some realness, can y'all really trust PJ Washington in the playoffs? Like, no, like for real, yeah, he can have the shot, but like, when you really need PJ Washington, can you really rely on PJ Washington to show up for real? Because in the finals, none of them really showed up. I didn't really watch the finals last year, but none of them really showed up. I cannot lie. I did watch it, so I did watch it, but none of PJ Washington didn't show up. Luka was the only person that showed up. Kyrie ain't nobody. See, the thing is, I feel like that was a learning curve. You know what I'm saying? The same thing with the, you know what I'm saying, with the Celtics 2 years ago or 3 years ago in 22 when they faced the Warriors, and I think they lost in 6. I think they lost in 6. That was a learning curve. And then they got the 2 years later. This would have been the same Mavericks team if Luka never got traded. That would have been a learning curve. Boom, learning mistakes, add pieces, and go back either a year or 2 years later. That wasn't me massive, and the Mavs would have won. I promise you the Mavs would have won. I promise you the Mavs would have won. They would have won. They had this is the score right here. If we minus AD and Max Christie, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the team they had. Quentin Grimes, Najee Marshall, they had the Clay. You know what I'm saying? That was the pieces that they was missing. Because they needed more offensive power. You know what I'm saying? You know, come on. Tim Hardaway Jr.? No. Josh Green? No. Now, I mean, they had the pieces right there. And they already had the bigs. They had Lively and Gafford. Gafford could be starting or Lolly could be starting. Either one of them come off the bench. You know what I'm saying? You have Hardy off the bench. Najee Marshall off the bench. Quentin Grimes. You know what I mean? They had the pieces. And the nigga, Nico Harrison fucked it up. And Luka was one of my favorite players to watch. Him, Anthony Edwards, two of my favorite players to watch. Especially Anthony Edwards. And Luka. But now I'm glad that Luka's on my squad because now I can see what Luka actually does. Like, yeah, I was watching Luka, but like he was on the Mavs, so like, you know, Dallas now like a big market, so Dallas gonna get some televised game, but not all. You know what I'm saying? But Luka now is gonna make so much money just from endorsements and sponsors because he's in a big market in LA. You see the Jordan brand is pushing and marketing Luka more. Why? Because he's in LA. And not since he's in LA, it's a big market. So now I mean Luka's gonna get more exposure and Luka's gonna get even more talked about. He was getting talked about in Dallas, but it wasn't that much. Why? Because Dallas is not the big market. The big markets are, you know what I'm saying, LA, New York. That's the two biggest markets. What now? Once the Bulls, look, this is how the NBA thrives. This is how you know the NBA. People talk about shit about the Lakers and all this, but this is how you know the NBA is good. Is when the Lakers are good, the Celtics are good, the Knicks are good, and the Bulls are good. Those are the 4 teams that need to be good. Especially the Lakers. I'm telling you, when the Lakers are good, it helps the NBA more. Now they're just waiting on. Now they're just waiting on the Bulls to get back better. I'm telling you. Now the Warriors, they're not gonna talk about the Warriors no more because once Curry and them nigga retired, the Warriors are gonna go back to what they used to be before Curry. You know what I'm saying? The Proudy niggas. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what they're. You know what I'm saying? But Nico Harrison messed up, but also I feel like Luka was always supposed to be in a big market. You know what I'm saying? Because Luka is that player. Luka has always been that player. Who just in Dallas? He loved Dallas, but now he's more exposure. he can. Luka lost what I think 150 mil because he got traded. He can make that shit all back from endorsements and sponsorships in LA because he's in LA now. He's a Laker, so he can get even more money from that. So now he can sign a deal, but he can make the money he lost from getting traded from endorsements and other stuff. Promise you he can. Promise you.
Davis sizing it up. No good on the three. Davis 2 for 7. But very aggressive offensively early on. Didn't miss that time. Gets the line.
Right there.
To muscle that one up. Got the rebound. Missed again.
Hey, get your ass up,
He was fouled. Sacramento looking to run. 5 on 4. Davis slow to get up.
Hey.
So you got one of
the Kings.
Christie, one of 3
Are we low-key? I'm not
interim
gonna lie.
coaches in the postseason. A 3-pointer from Brandon Williams. Lively on the catch.
Williams, give him 3.
Got it. Second 3-pointer.
He nice.
Loser season is over.
The same thing with the Kings. If I was the owner of the Kings, I'll relocate to Vegas. Why are you in Sacramento? For what? Why are you in Sacramento? That's all they have is just the basketball team. They have nothing else. They have no Major League Baseball team, no football team in there. If I was them, move to Vegas. Move the Kings to Vegas. Move them niggas to Vegas. I promise you. Move them to Vegas. Now me, move the niggas to Vegas. For me.
Moves on to Friday night against Memphis in a do-or-die game.
If I was them, I would do it.
Williams will try it again. And get it again.
I feel like Vegas could be a big market. Or will be a bigger market. Here. You know what I'm saying? In the future, the NBA is going to have a team in Las Vegas. You know what I'm saying? The WNBA already has them in Vegas. But once NBA comes to Vegas, whoo, they already have the Raiders. The Oakland team from the Oakland baseball team is going there. You know what I'm saying? So they already got that sports team. They could put one in Missouri because they already got the baseball team. The Royals already got the bum-ass Chiefs. And all I need is the NBA team. That's all they need. You know what I'm saying? And then bring the NBA team back to Seattle. You know what I mean?
With the Kings and Bulls, he came over in the De'Aaron Fox trade in early February. Thompson starting to catch fire.
Yes, sir, man. Show them bum ass Warriors for what they was missing, nigga. Niggas really didn't want to re-sign Klay Thompson and sign Buddy Hill. Fuck out of here, man. Buddy Hill, niggas.
Faces the Grizzlies and a turnover into the hands of Exum. Spins, leaves.
So let's go, man.
Their game plan offensively, they're taking care of the basketball.
They're making the Kings play.
And Klay Thompson has the hot hand.
So the niggas try to they got hold when they play Kobe and Shaq. Man, fuck out of here, man. Y'all about my nigga wasn't even supposed to make the finals anyway, nigga. Fuck. It's a good pass. It's a good pass.
Meanwhile, the Mavs this quarter, 5 of 6 from 3. Williams has 2 triples. Thompson with his fourth.
Klay Thompson.
14 for each.
Yes, sir.
Can Zach LaVine get on one? Instead, he hits the bonus on the cut.
All right.
LaVine and DeRozan to really carry this offense.
LaVine tried to hit Valanciunas, and it was picked off by Klay Thompson. Thompson gets the bucket. He's got 16 points. Shot clock at 4. Washington. His floater swatted. Davis picks it up and fires with 1 on the shot clock. Gafford got the offensive rebound. Back up and in.
The Blues here are a little bit more mild than a lot of places. They're ready to erupt if the Kings but Anthony Davis is
get him 3. Okay, AD.
The lead is up to
3. Okay, AD. Give niggas fucking 3, man. Throw them 3s up, man. What's up, Davis?
20 assists on 26 baskets. Just
you know what I'm saying? Davis over the Lakers. Once a Laker, always Laker, man. I still fuck with my nigga AD. And I still fuck with my nigga Max Christie. Even though they're on the Mavs and we traded for Luka, you know what I'm saying? AD and Max, you know what I'm saying? No hard feelings, man. It's Luka, you know what I'm saying? Fight. Now, I mean, nigga, once a Laker, always a Laker. Now, Max Christie, we can always find another Max Christie. Know what I mean? Always. It could be Brownie. You know what I'm saying? We never know.
The head coach of the Kings, and repeatedly, and there's not a lot of size at the rim for Sacramento. Dallas hasn't allowed that on their end.
Davis with the lob, the throw down by Lively.
Down the stretch.
And there were some that thought part of the motivation to get back as quickly as possible was because of his relationship with Nico Harrison, the GM.
In fact, he's still finding that rhythm.
Here's George with more.
Dave Legs, not only just the relationship with Nico Harrison, as you...
Najee Marshall had a really good first half, 9 points. He turns it over there. 3-on-1 for Sacramento. DeRozan with the easy finish, and Jason Kidd is down to 18 for the Kings. Exum throws it away. Sabonis ahead to Carter, and a breakaway slam for Carter makes it a 16-point game. Here's DeRozan off the bounce, well defended. Shot clock at 4. Levine. Good defense, Christie. Levine, though, swishes it through.
That's a tough shot.
And the Kings get it to 13-14 going into the fourth quarter.
That's about where you have to be, I think, to have a realistic chance.
For Levine, imagine you're living in Chicago and get traded to Sacramento. Oh my gosh.
For the Kings to close out this
traded
quarter
to Sacramento is kind of insane.
They get a deflection, but it ends
PJ,
up Washington,
yes,
who hits
sir.
a 3. Davis, and obviously Kyrie are helping. Backdoor cut. Williams did not take the shot the first time, but then and the Mavs.
That Brian Williams is actually nice stuff for real. He's nice.
Are they in the playoffs? I don't know about that. DeRozan. Martin stays with him. Shot clock at 4. DeRozan trying to break him down. Scores again from the mid-range.
Sabonis took advantage of that space that was left to put one back.
Tough shot that hung on the rim and dropped for Clay.
He's just going wherever he wants, controlling the ball, very patient, and getting into hit a shot that he likes.
5 of 8 from the floor, 3 of 4 from 3. He also has 5 assists, basket and 1, and they turn it over. Boy, that would have been huge. Instead, on the other end, Davis has it.
Damn, Davis, you get blocked by Keegan Murray, my nigga.
And Murray, great recovery.
Nigga, come
defensively
on,
by
bro.
Murray.
Races their
This nigga get blocked by bum-ass Keegan Murray. Come on, Anthony Davis. Come on, show them who you is, nigga. That's what I'm saying. Show them who you is, Anthony Davis. Show them who you is, my nigga. Come on, bro. The Mavs fan, everybody saying that disrespecting you, man. Show them niggas who you is, bro. Show them who you is, man. Over here in the LA game, man, nigga, we still fuck with you, but you know what I'm saying? If you play our Lakers, nigga, we're not going for you, my nigga. But right now, once a Laker, always a Laker, my nigga. Know what I mean? You in Max Christie, man, you know what I'm saying?
Scoreless in the quarter.
I low-key missed Max Christie, you know what I'm saying? He was nice for the squad.
Murray for 3.
out to the perimeter. Fortunately, they got 3 points out of it.
Dallas does have 8 blocks.
Oh my
Gaffer with the
gosh.
throw down right in Sabonis' grill, kind of like an exit press conference.
And yo, that's pretty much game, y'all. Like right here, the game was already over. Niggas got blown out. The Kings are not good. They trash. But I think the Mavericks, they'll beat the Grizzlies, and then the Mavericks are going to face OKC. And I think OKC is going to either win in 5 or 6. Probably 5. Nah, I'll say 6. Probably 6, because if this Mavs team was healthy, that shit would probably go 7. I'm not going to lie. For real.